Welcome to the Five Arms and a Lucky Fin podcast. I am your host, Brendan McCormick, with two Tigers in the house. I got Jason Ide, Coach Lucky Finn, and I also have Blaise Priester from LSU Baseball. It is an honor to have him on the podcast. Jason, take it away.
Well, Blaise, thanks for joining us. I'm sure you love happy to be here, but also we're excited for you to see you in the tournament this weekend, the SEC tournament, and then beyond the postseason as well. So we'll just go ahead and kick it off. I'm just curious, as you were growing up, whenever you decided to be a catcher, was that from a young age you were a catcher, or were you like one of the star players where you were playing shortstop and then you moved to catcher at some point in your career?
I was a catcher all the way. Like from all the way I can remember, I've always caught. I think whenever I was like 8 years old is like whenever I was like, yeah, like I want to catch. But before that, I was like, put me anywhere and I'll have fun. But no, I've always wanted to catch. I've caught since, like I said, since I was 8 years old, and it's been fun. My knees suck, but
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, ever since I was little, I've always wanted to catch. And I mean, whenever you have, like, you look on TV and he's retired now, but like you look on TV and there's Yachty, there's Buster, Salvador Perez, like those are the dudes, like that's who I personally look up to. JT Muto now is the people that like I learn from whenever I'm watching professional baseball or whether I'm just scrolling on YouTube.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. No, I root for the Cardinals, so yeah, Yachty is close to my heart too. So I'm right there. I remember one time I went to a game back in like 2011. I think they were playing the Phillies, and it was a summer game. It was my first live game ever seeing Yachty play, and he had a snap down throw, catch a guy leaking off of first base, and it was the coolest thing to see live in person. So, well, hey, I was looking, I saw you were redshirt 2022, and then you decided to leave and you went and go play at Meridian. And
Correct.
I saw your Meridian stat line, and I saw the last year at Meridian 505 on base percentage. Tell me about what went through your mind when you decided to leave LSU and go play at a smaller school, and then just put up the numbers that you did.
For me, leaving LSU, like whenever I had my exit meeting with Coach Johnson, that my freshman year was, he told me I needed the reps and, like I need to go play. So in my mind, it was the best suggestion for me to go and play at Meridian. As a redshirt freshman that season, like it's still kind of like welcome to college baseball a little bit, just because like as a redshirt, like you do everything on your own. And like while I was at LSU, like I couldn't practice with the team, I couldn't do anything with the team, like lift things. So whenever it came to being at Meridian that freshman year, like as I said, it's kind of like a welcome to college baseball, and kind of, as I would put it, just get my feet wet a little bit. And then my second year at Meridian was a lot better, just because of like I understood how the JUCO grind worked and how bad like my body would take a toll and catching both games whenever we played double headers. But being at Meridian were the best 2 years of JUCO of my life, and I wouldn't take it back ever. If I could redo my life, I'd still go play Meridian and have fun there and get to know those guys. Like I made a lot of connections there. I made a lot of friends, and one of my good buddies I met my freshman year there. He's getting married in July, and I'm one of his groomsmen. So that's one of the connections that you make. Like you never know where it leads. But no, that was one of my best 2 years of my life, and whenever I got to come back to LSU, that was like kind of like a dream come true. You know, like I always came here to the games and really like grew up just watching Tiger baseball, and being able to be a Tiger and like being able to ride it out with these guys this year it's just been a blast, and I wouldn't take it back for the world.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I know, being from Louisiana as well, we grow up going to games. That's the dream for every young baseball player in Louisiana is to go play for the Tigers. And so take me back to high school whenever you started getting recruited, how excited you were to have that as something that came up as a possibility.
Okay, yeah, funny story about how I finally got to become a Tiger in my freshman year. So I was committed to Meridian, and I committed to Meridian my junior year of high school. I only had 2 offers my junior year: Coastal Alabama and Meridian Community College. And so going into my senior year, like everything's rocking, possibly get drafted. It's the second day of the draft. Like, it's like, okay, see what kind of money I can get. Mm-hmm. And Coach Johnson calls me. I'll never forget this. He calls me at 11:45 at night. And I'm like, I'm about to go to sleep. Like, I'm tired. I'm about to go to sleep. And he calls me at 11:45 at night on a Tuesday. He said, I want you to come check out campus on Thursday. Yes, sir. I'll be there Thursday. And like in my head, I'm like, that just happened. Whatever. It's just like it's true to even get a call from LSU, and so whenever I got that call, like I came to campus and I toured around and I was like, this is home. Like it feels like home. I'm 30 minutes away. It's home. So then I got to come here my freshman year, and yeah, things didn't pan out the way I wanted to, just because we had like Tyler McManus was in front of me, Hayden Travinsky and Alex Milazzo, and you had a lot older guys that have been through like the SEC, and they've had that experience, and I was just a 18-year-old kid.
Right.
Yeah.
So being able to get that phone call from Coach Johnson that Tuesday was a dream come true for me, and especially was a dream come true for my family.
It's like 11:45 now. I can't sleep.
Yeah, I didn't go to sleep till like 4 a.m. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wow. Because what, you got that call and then you started making phone calls?
I had to make a phone call to my advisor. I made a phone call to my advisor. Made a lot of phone calls to friends. And they were like, "That's awesome." And I woke my advisor up, and I was so sad. Like I was like, "I'm so sorry, but this is really important."
That's awesome. Hey, so I looked at it. I saw you played some summer ball, played for the Rougarou.
Sure did.
Tell me how summer ball is different from regular season ball during the season.
Summer ball, you just get to like have fun. Yeah, like you want stats to be good. Mostly like, who cares? If I go 0-4 one day, like I get to play them 4-4. It kind of feels like big leagues. And like last year with the Rougarou, we kind of like made it the mentality. And Coach Yeski this year's kind of made it like that way. Like make summer ball big leagues, and like make like Coach Yeski with the pitchers. He's like, make the team your big league. Like this is your big league. So summer ball, it's fun playing for the Rougarou. I still get a home cooked meal every now and then.
Yeah. Do you guys? I'm not sure. Do you guys use wood bats for summer ball, or do you stick with the aluminum? You use wood. Okay. So how's that different?
Look up my summer ball stat.
Look, I'm telling you, I hear swinging I've swung a wood bat. It's completely a different feel, and I can't imagine. I mean, I don't make a lot of contact, so I don't know what it's like actually making contact with the wood bat much. But I'm sure you could tell us about it.
Making contact with a wood bat compared to aluminum bat, it's crispier. And what I mean by crispier, like the sound, like obviously, like you get used to like these pings from the BB cores and everything, and it's like, Lord, especially with the Maruchis we swing, you're like, my ears hurt because they are loud. And then like you get that wood bat in your hand, and it's like, oh, nice crisp sound. Like You said you went and watched the Cardinals play. Did you get to watch BP?
Oh yeah. He hit a home run in that game.
So you like the sound you hear during like big league BP is like the sound you get to hear a lot whenever you're using a wood bat, and it's fun. It's great. Like using a wood bat, it's just there's no better feeling than making a perfect with a wood. You get to hear that crack. It's nice. It's deep. And then you just get to jog around the bases. Like it's fun.
Right.
You don't feel anything. You don't feel it. So
you don't feel the stingers as much?
No.
Oh wow.
That's interesting.
You don't feel it with obviously you don't feel it with the aluminum bat, but like there's different feels like between two like perfects. There's a different feel. Like aluminum bat, you kind of feel the ball compress and then explode off. A wood bat, you don't feel that. It's just that's all you feel. You just
It's like the word you use, crisp. Crisp is like perfect. It's like the way it hits it just explodes. Yeah. Brendan, you had a video clip you wanted to show, right?
Yeah, I'll put one up on the screen. Blaise, let me know if you can't see it. Jason's going to ask a question off of it. It kind of goes how catchers caught differently throughout the years. So I'm going to play it right now.
So one of our friends, he was a catcher, and he runs the LSU Uni Tracker page, and he wanted us to ask you a question about 2015 on the side. This is a video from IQ Baseball we got from X, and then on 2025 you see they come with the leg down, and we saw a clip where Ben McDonald was talking about so much speed players focus on now with less control, and is that why catchers are more likely to have that leg out to be able to frame the ball on the outside? What do you got?
Really with the I catch one knee down because one, I'm old now. I'm 22, so I'm old, and
you're not that old.
I'm not, but I feel old. But I catch one knee down mostly because as you saw in those videos, now it's about glove speed and making sure getting under low pitches and being up in a crouch. It's really hard to manufacture to keep the glove moving forward. That's why I love how that video had the lines. I saw that video the other day on Twitter. But the gloves moving so fast, that's why the space margins from 2015 to 2025, back then they're just trying to catch and barely move. But now we're trying to get underneath balls and move balls with such speed that it's hard for our shoulders to put on a brake in a sort.
Gotcha.
I like catching on one knee more because I'm relaxed and it's easier on my feet and I can last longer during the seasons and it makes it a lot easier. But it's all to a person's personal opinion and how they feel. Meridian, my freshman year, I caught on 2 feet. Sophomore year, I didn't. Just because I caught every doubleheader we had to play and my body was starting to take a toll. So I kind of just went to one knee all the time. And you can still block off of one knee. You can still catch fastballs 100 miles an hour that are possibly going to the backstop. But I mean, really just the reason catchers now are on one knee is just so we can get under baseballs and we can move baseballs in a more, what's the word here? We can move them to where it's more eye appealing to umpires. So as we're trying to get underneath the ball, we're just trying to get it up in his eyes. As we're trying to bring the fastball down, we're just trying to get it out of his eyes. And from if you're on 2 feet, yeah, you can do it, but trying to get underneath baseballs on 2 feet, you're tall, you're wide, it's very difficult.
You ever have umps when you were on 2 feet tell you, hey, I couldn't even see it.
Yeah, I have had umpires tell me that. Not many in the SEC though. We got some big guys that go back there, but some umpires, like I can remember in high school, we had like this. He was like, I swear, he was like 5'5". I mean, he's like calling balls and strikes back there, and I'm like, can you even see over me? Because like I stand up and I like dwarf him, and I'm like, Lord, you see back there? But yeah, now it's all about moving the baseball to make the like umpires like make them think that strikes are like balls are strikes and keeping strikes and making it more eye appealing.
I was gonna say, I think I see it the most on the curveballs when I see guys like Guidry and those guys put those curveballs where they just drop down out of the zone. But the way you guys catch it on the TV, it looks like it was smacked down. Like it looks like it was too high the way it came on the camera because of the way you guys pull it and just put it right there in the middle. And it just looks so nice when I see that umpire punch them out. Looks good.
I enjoy a good punch out.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy stealing one on the bottom, and I'm like, yeah, that's a ball. And then Buddy goes, yeah, that's there. Sweet. Because like Coach, like we get rewarded for that. So like for catchers, we get rewarded for every ball we steal. Most of the time, it's just a piece of candy, but
hey, it's still something, right?
What's the piece of candy? I'm just curious that you normally
get. It depends on what day, what mood.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll get nerd clusters. Sometimes we'll get Sour Patch straws, Sour Patch Kids. It just depends. Sometimes they'll even be a little different. Get us a Red Bull or two.
Big fan of Red Bull?
Sour candy.
Depends. Depends on what day.
Okay.
Depends on what day it is. Sometimes it's Celsius. Sometimes it's Red Bull. Sometimes it's Monster. Sometimes it's a Bang. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
I like that.
Brendan, you had a question about food.
Yeah, I do actually.
Food.
I'm a big foodie, Blaise. Like I love food. Like I like to know what's going on. You know, because I love college towns. Each college town's different. They have their own, different type of food or whatever. And I know mainly LSU is probably Cajun food, but I'm just curious. If I were to show up in Baton Rouge, where am I going? What's the place?
Where are you at now? Because I need to know what food you have there so I can tell you here.
You're gonna hate where I'm at, but I'm in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay. So he's a barbecue man. Yeah.
Yep.
So first we're gonna walk on the classic.
Okay.
You've definitely had Cane's once or twice.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna go to Cane's. We're gonna go to Superior Grill. It's Mexican. It's good Mexican food. We're gonna go to our mom's best burger joint.
Okay.
And then we can possibly you like Italian ice kind of deal?
Oh yeah.
All right. So then we're gonna go to Jeremiah's. So those are like my go-to spots. And Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's bomb.
Oh.
What was the burger place?
Our mom.
Our mom. Yeah.
It's right by. So it's on Lee Drive, right by the Surge that they built.
Oh.
And then another place would be Chimes. I just remember that. Chimes. I ate there last night.
Okay.
Do you like Chimes?
Chimes is like these places, Jay.
Yeah.
Jason,
when we came there, we stayed at the LaBerge for a couple of days for March Madness a couple of years ago, and we didn't really leave. Do what?
How much money did you lose at the casino?
I don't know.
You don't want to know.
I didn't drag it.
You don't want to know, Blaise.
I tell you what,
tell the story though.
We do have a good story though.
Jason, are we poker or blackjack? Or
I I like roulette, blackjack, and craps the most.
What
I just play it all.
what do you spend the most time on? Blackjack or roulette?
Probably in the past roulette, lately blackjack. So look, funny story. When we were on that trip, it was like it must have been the Friday night game. So the end of the first round. I had just lost like numerous games in a row. Like we were hot on Thursday, Friday got slow.
We were up.
And Friday night we were down there still playing around late at night, and I had $200 left. And we're sitting at the one of our other friends, David. He wanted to go. He's our other two arms, and he wanted to go sit at the roulette table at the electronic one, right? The one where it's not like electronic, but the one where it's in that machine, with the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Well, so I'm already like drinking, having a good time, and I was like, well, I got 200 left. Might as well see what I can do with it. The maximum was $200. So I said, oh, I'm putting it all on black. Well, they're watching David play. I put it all on black, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to go down to 100 and run black until it doesn't hit anymore. Kid you not, 8 times in a row. End up with like $1,000. I pulled it out. I'm like, all right, we're back. We're back. We're in a good spot. Did you lose me?
I lost you.
Right,
I don't know though.
We're at a band. We're good. We're back.
Okay, so I got $1,000.
Yeah, we're back. We're back in a good bandwidth.
We're good. Okay, so I walk away with $1,000 after it hits black 8 times in a row. Then I walk over to the machine where they do the kiosks, because back then it was before the mobile betting was live, so you still had to go to the kiosk.
Mm-hmm.
So I went over to the kiosk, and I don't even know why, but I was like, I'm going to put 300 and some random odd change on the Baylor minus 5.5 against North Carolina the next morning.
Bad idea.
It was a bad idea.
Bad idea.
Look, the next morning I went and got us Izzo's, because I love Izzo's.
Izzo's is
so good.
All right,
and I got him too.
Since we got a foodie on here, Izzo's or Chipotle?
Oh, Izzo's.
I haven't had it.
Yeah, you did. I brought you back Izzo's.
I'll do it. I like supporting local over a chain anyways. So,
Jason, what you got? Zippies, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I've only been to Zippies like twice.
What?
I literally love Izzo's. Like, I love the cayenne tortilla at Izzo's. And every time I come home, Izzo's.
I feel that. Cayenne tortilla at Izzo's, I can feel that.
That's actually why I don't prefer Chipotle. And mainly, Chipotle to me is I only go there and get a bowl. I never get like a burrito there. And most of the time, I try not to go there because, they throw all the little ingredients everywhere, and I'm picky.
Biggest eater ever.
For Jason, everything has to be perfect.
Look,
with this food, not really with anything else though.
It's just like
that with anything else.
I don't like lettuce, and so they be throwing the lettuce in the other ingredients, just throwing them around. And then I just avoid getting sour cream now, because every time I get sour cream, I end up with like a piece of something else in my sour cream. So I just don't get it anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, look, we were talking about Cane's. My go-to thing what I do at Cane's is, right, I get a box, no slaw, extra fries. I get an extra sauce on the side. And then what I do is I get the Louisiana hot sauce that they sell in the packs there, or what that they give you, right?
Cane sauce.
You put it in the cane sauce. You twist. You stir it up. You thin out the sauce a little bit. That way you can get more bang for your buck, right? Because it's not so thick on your chicken finger. It's just a good flavor, good, nice and thin. And it is literally my favorite thing in the world.
My go-to Cane's order is a Caniac, no slaw, extra toast, bobbed, which means butter on both sides, extra cane sauce, and a large sweet tea. That's
3 sauces.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Two sauces just ain't enough, because I'll make a sandwich with the bread.
Uh-huh.
We'll do bread, little sauce, get a chicken tender, some fries, some more sauce, sandwich.
Yep.
So we're already down one sauce is doing the sandwich. So I need the 2 sauces for the rest of my chicken tenders and my fries.
Yeah. I feel that.
While we're still talking about Canes, which location you in Baton Rouge is the best? Because I have mine. I'm just curious what yours is.
I want to keep that a secret, man.
The original Canes, right by Chimes. It's hot and fresh every time. It's perfect.
Mine's the Deuce, the one on Burbank, right there on Burbank and Lee. Burbank and Lee, bro. That is literally my favorite one.
I'll go to that one because that one's open till 3 a.m. But if I go to that one late, it's a late night snack.
I was going to say, it also depends. I've noticed with people I know, it's like it depends which side of campus you live on.
That's also true.
I lived on the Burbank side, so it was easy to go to 3 times a week.
Yeah. I eat Canes a lot. And I mean a lot.
What's a lot?
3 to 4 times a week. Just because it's good.
Respect.
It's good.
Yeah.
Same thing with Chick-fil-A. That's 3 to 4 times a week.
So I'm originally from Indiana, and when I met Jason, he put me on Canes when we met in Dallas. So I did not know anything about Canes.
See, and I've never been to Indiana.
You played my school though. Purdue University, Fort Wayne.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think you maybe 10-run ruled them. I was going to ask you that. What was that like? Just beating the crap out of them.
I think we run rolled them every game.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I think we did.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you ever seen The Longest Yard and like Adam talking about to the warden about like a tune-up game?
Yeah.
That was Fort Wayne. That was pretty Fort Wayne.
Oh, that was when I remember he said he the funniest thing was he used Appalachian State as his school in that scene. He said, we want to play some shitty school like Appalachian State. And I'm like, dang, and then Appalachian State went and beat Michigan in the Big House.
I remember that.
That did happen. That did happen. We were better in baseball though, like a few years back. We're terrible now. I'll say that. I'll be honest with you.
What?
Decent. Not like we're a small like Summit League. Well, we're out of the Summit League now, but you know what I mean. Horizon.
Coach, we grew up around LSU. I mean, that's
I didn't grow up in SEC country.
Let's see. What's the closest SEC school to Indiana? Kentucky.
We don't like them.
The only thing I like from Kentucky is whiskey. Yeah.
They got some good bourbon there.
They do.
What's your favorite?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of food spots now. So, what other? Let's see. Let's see. Did you play baseball, Brendan?
I played baseball in high school. I'll be honest, I was not very good. Just could not hit the ball. I could field, I could run. Could not hit a baseball to save my life. I mainly played basketball, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I played basketball in high school all 4 years. Rode the bench. I just love sports, man, and I love talking to people who love sports too. And honestly, like, I just wasn't super gifted. I'll say, maybe not the athletic ability.
That's what Brendan enjoyed. He enjoyed talking shit to the other team.
I played first base.
With one hand?
So you
with one.
hit nukes then, Jason.
Do what?
You played
No.
first, you hit nukes.
No, it was because it's because I have a lucky fin.
He does have a lucky fin.
I had 2 strokes before I was born. So when I was 11, played for this guy John Murphy, big baseball guy down there in South Louisiana, and I walked up to him and he goes, "You're gonna play first base." I said, "Never played first base in my life. Just always been stuck in the outfield." And so he said, we're gonna teach you to play first. And I ended up playing first for him for 4 years. And I didn't play anymore after that because I actually went and focused on basketball in high school as well. But for me, I wish I don't have my glove with me. It's in the garage. But I would catch the ball, take off my glove, drop it out of the bottom, and throw it. And that was
actually really fun playing softball with that guy because everyone's like, "Whoa."
Yeah,
like they don't see it coming.
Softball, I pitch, and people would get scared from me because I'm throwing it and then I'm grabbing my glove and putting it on. But I always said I have good reflexes with my good arm, so as long as those are working, I'm good. So
you'll have like a little slow pitch softball league.
We did.
We did.
We have a team here in Dallas, but we haven't played in a while. The guys keep asking me about getting back together, but we just got our butts handed to us every game. So
there's some athletes out there who played like, I don't know, I want to say at least low Division I, high Division II baseball. For sure. I mean, they were whizzing it at me.
Well, if y'all get the team together, just give me a shout. I'll drive to Dallas and I'll play for y'all for one game.
Yeah. Say less. Yeah. Yeah. Where do you want to? You don't want to play catcher though. No, that's for like the lowest.
You can play first. He said dingers.
Yeah, you can take first. I play outfield and pitcher for softball.
I can do that. I can play first. I can play first.
I love it.
Well, hey, so actually, I got another question that I was thinking about yesterday. So with the whole transition where they're allowing JUCO years not to count towards your 4 years of Division I, does that impact you? Are you going to be able to play more years in Division I if you decide?
I think that's how it works. If I decide it to be that way, do I want to? Kind of, but I also want to get to the league as fast as possible. So, I mean,
respect. Yeah.
It's just like the more I play in college, it's like the older I get and the less like my value decreases.
Yeah.
So, but if I wanted to, absolutely. Let's see, I'll go back to being a freshman. So I could have 3 more years of eligibility. Just rock and have some fun. I mean, that's what I would do. Coach, I don't want to play today. I'm just going to ride the bench, talk shit. My 7th year in college. Fine.
And then bat 505 on base percentage again, right? And that 7th year. Yeah.
Do something like that.
I was going to say, but see, you do that in your 7th year. It won't matter how old you are. Somebody will grab you and let you at least give you a shot.
Hopefully.
So if we'll go back to you coming in 2022. You got Paul Skeens, you got Dylan Cruz, Trey Morgan, all those guys that are already there, right? Or that are coming. I think Paul transferred in that year, right? So for you,
Paul transferred 22 and 23 season, yeah.
So when you came in, how was it? Like, did you feel any starstruckness? Because like you're in high school, you're rooting for these guys while they're playing. Now they're your teammates.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like kind of as I said like earlier, like of how like getting that phone call was like such a joy to me and such a joy to my family. And then like as you said, like I rooted for these guys like while I'm playing ball. So and then like having like those guys become my teammates is kind of like holy shit, this is happening. Like,
Yeah.
this happened. So, like, having, like, DC, like, Dylan Cruz's teammate, Trey Morgan, Braden Joubert, and, like, having Hayden Travinsky and Alex Milazzo, and having a lot of guys that, like, I played against Alex whenever I was in high school. And, like, I played with Trey whenever I was 13, like,
Wow.
leading up to college. Like, I played with Trey all the way through that. And then, like, getting to see Trey again was, like, awesome just because, like, I remember Trey as a little guy. And then I see him my first day in the locker room, and Trey's a lot bigger now. And I'm like, wow. Is that really what the freshman 40 or freshman 20 looks like? Like, you just get jacked. That's what happens. You just get swole. And then, like Dylan Cruz is, like, just Dylan Cruz. Like, he's just awesome. Like, you just talk to him, and you wouldn't necessarily know if Dylan was, like, 0 for 15 or 15 for 15. That's just how, like, calm and level-headed he was. Very mature for how old he was back, like, my freshman year, his sophomore year. Like, he was very, very calm. You're like, you ever, like, look at somebody and you're like, yeah, that guy definitely has, like, bodies buried somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, nice, and like those people are like, yeah, they have bodies buried somewhere, but they're, like, the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life, and they'll like die for you before, like, you die. Yeah. That's kind of how, like, the first impression I got of Dylan was, like, this guy, super nice. Definitely has a dark side. I don't want to be on it. That's how that was the impression of DC3 was. Yikes.
That's awesome. You still stay in touch with those guys?
I text Dylan every now and then. I text Trey every now and then. I know they're always busy, so it takes them like 2 weeks to respond, but that's fine.
Yeah, they're just playing every day, right?
Hey, they're getting paid. That's what they're doing. They're living out their dream, getting paid. And that's what we're all of us are trying to get to. Just get paid, hit homers.
Hit dingers. I feel that.
Dingers.
Just hit, like Big Al said, my name's Big Al, and I hit dingers.
I've seen that clip. I know. I just saw
I know what he's talking about too.
Oh, funny.
That's why I started laughing.
Oh gosh.
My name's Alfred D'Elia. Back home they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
You can the best intros. You've seen the meme one that goes around during every time the Little League World Series comes around, where it's like the little short kid that's like 5'2" and says how old he is, and then it shows like a dude who's like 6'5", and he's like, yeah, 12 years old. It's like clearly like 25 years old, and then it goes to the next kid, and he goes all the way down, and he's short again. You know what I'm talking about?
It's like the scene from Bench. Like, they show the 6'4" guy, and it's like, I am 12. What? 12? I didn't get to be over 6 foot until I was a senior in high school. What? Where are you from, and what the hell do they feed you? Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, he's got the birth certificate.
Yeah. Here, patient. There's also a $100 bill in there. Just to make sure everything goes smoothly. One of my favorite movies is Benchwarmers. I am 12. $10.
It's a great movie.
Benchwarmers is up there. The Sandlot's up there.
Yeah.
The Jackie Robinson movie 42 is up there for me.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about just sports movies. Remember the Titans.
100%. Yeah.
Man, what is that one? I can't think of it, but like those are like the top ones that I'll like sit down and just watch.
Yeah.
And, like watch.
Yeah. I don't think The Sandlot will ever go away, to be honest. I think it's too much of a classic.
It's whenever like I meet people and like I throw like a Sandlot line, they'll laugh or they'll like say like the part from the movie. I'm like, yes, they're cultured. Yes.
I guarantee there's a lot of people though your age that don't even know what it is.
Well, I'd hope they know what it is.
But
and that you play ball like a girl come from Hamilton Porter himself.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they know that.
I hope so too, but I don't know.
And if they don't, shame.
And if they don't, Brendan, we're too old now.
I'm only 30. I have a little gray hair. It's fine. I'm good.
Speaking of baseball movies, have you ever seen Trouble with the Curve?
Is that the one that's
Clint Eastwood.
like the Peanut Boy?
Peanut Boy. Yep. That's
Okay.
it.
Movie.
Man, I'll never forget that. He said, Peanut Boy? And this is going to be ugly.
That's what you call Trouble with the Curve.
That's what.
Hey, Peanut Boy.
Whenever you were talking about Dylan Brooks, I don't know if am I cutting out?
A little.
Know. Oh, okay.
But
my bad.
It's all jacked up.
I was gonna say you were talking about Dylan going 15 for 15 or 0 for 15, and I always remember a line from that movie where Clint Eastwood's character is like, a computer can't tell you if a guy's going to go 0 for 4 one day and come back the next day like it didn't even happen. And it's like that mental part of the game is almost more important than the physical part, you know?
Yeah, and like as scouts, like everything's digital now, and like back in the day, you actually had to go watch a baseball game, and now they pull up your stats and be like, yeah, we'll take that. Or they'll just turn.
And they draft guys that have trouble with the curve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy whenever baseball's over with, and I might be a coach or I might get to scout. I'll always enjoy like going to watch like a game of baseball.
Yeah.
Like that as for me will never get old. I hope it never gets old for anybody that loves the game. Just with all three of us do.
Yeah, 100%. That's one thing with me is like I really enjoy just watching because I grew up around basketball. Like I just like watching basketball and football a lot. Like even I even turn on the UFL and things like that just to watch football a little bit.
Yeah. UFL. What a ripoff of the NFL.
And there's a Canadian Football League, CFL.
I know.
What's crazy to me is you can get drafted to there and the NFL draft. If the team waives you, like they have rights to you, like the CFL. Yeah, it's like wild.
Yeah, you're just waiting to get that phone call for the NFL draft. Nah. Hi, this is Bobby Joe Jensen from the CFL.
Yeah, I don't know how you it's got to be like two different phone calls. Like, man,
you would be. I guarantee that's happened, and somebody's like,
yeah,
just so distraught.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
I did see something that apparently only Canadians are eligible for the CFL draft, though. Like you have to be Canadian.
Yeah. Like Curtis Rourke from Indiana, like he was eligible because he was from Canada. So.
How does that? What about Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, that went to the CFL? How does that work?
All right.
Well, that's the thing. Johnny Manziel played in the CFL too. I guess they're eligible for the draft.
Yeah.
I say because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson played in the CFL. Johnny Manziel played in the CFL.
Yep.
Just being Canadian, no.
No, it's weird. I guess it's probably. I'm guessing they have like a short draft then, because I'm sure a lot of their players come from America.
I just saw the thing that came around with Curtis Rourke, and I thought it was extremely odd. I'm like, okay, I don't know.
I'm not sure what the hell that is, but
yeah,
my math ain't mathin', okay?
Yeah. And then the Niners were like, we'll take you. Be our third string.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You know, there's somebody in that office, like whenever the draft's going on, and they're just looking at the board, like, no, not him. Yeah, that guy. That guy.
You think he'll be available? Yeah, I wanted to. You were talking about just going to games in general. I always tell everybody it does not matter for me what level of baseball I go to. Just being out there out there watching a game is all I need. It does not matter what level it is.
Just get yourself a hot dog and go sit and go watch. That's all you need to do. Get yourself a hot dog. Over this before, like, we kicked off this fall, me and my girlfriend we went to Colorado and met up with her dad, and we went and watched the Rockies game. The Rockies won, but
they won.
We had
they won a game.
They won, but we had a blast. Like, she got a hot dog. I don't remember what I got for food. Oh, I got a pretzel. That's what I got. She got a hot dog. I got a pretzel. And one of those, like, big cups of just straight Coke.
Well, in the fancy cups, right, where they charge you like $20, but you get it. But you can keep it.
Yeah, and hey, it's free refills too. But it is $20 a cup, which is absurd.
Prices for concessions are just crazy.
It's like it's kind of like if you come to the box, like you get your souvenir cup.
Yeah.
But we'll take $30 from you. Thanks.
Yep.
Jeez.
Because during our rain delays, like, we'll go to the concession stand and we'll get food because, like, we eat all of our food that we have before the game. So we're like, yeah, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go to the concession stand. Like $40 later, come back.
Jeez.
That took a dent out of my wallet.
Oh, I bet.
But it's good.
I bet it did.
That's what matters.
Yeah. I don't have any other baseball questions. Brendan, did you have any other food questions?
I don't have any other food questions, but I guess I do have one. If Jay's all done, are you done all done with your questions, or?
Yeah. Otherwise, I can talk all night about baseball.
I figured.
So yeah, I'll stop.
My final question is: I always like to ask athletes this question, like, what do you want your time at LSU? What do you want people to remember about your time at LSU? Is the question.
What I want people to remember me as at LSU would be that, like, even though, like, I want them to remember me as, like, a hard worker. Like, even, like, if I went 0 for 4 or 4 for 4 or, like, didn't play that day, like, I was still like working in the cages, working out, doing something I didn't want to do necessarily that day. Like, let's say I go 0 for 4 and the next day, like, I'm up at 10:30 in the morning just to go hit in the cages to make sure I'm ready for the next day. Even though I just did that the day prior and went 0 for 4. It's like, and for people to remember me, like, remember me as just a hard worker that didn't matter what the circumstance was. He loved the grind, and that's what I want people to remember me as at LSU.
I love the answer. Love the answer. And I'm excited to watch you throughout the season and how you wrap it up. And I want you guys to go win the whole thing, man. To be honest. I want you guys to go win the whole thing. I'm rooting for y'all, man. Bring it home. Bring it home. So we appreciate your time, Blaise. And
thanks. Come on.
Yeah, 100%. How can people find you, Blaise, on social media?
Instagram. My Instagram name is Blaise Priester. Just search that up, and then yeah, it's about all I use. I just use Instagram, and my Twitter. Twitter is also just look up Blaise Priester. But that's about it. That's the only two social networks I use.
I got you. Big Instagram guy, guys. Big Instagram guy. Well, I appreciate you coming on again, and then we'll catch you in the next one, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Take it easy.